Welcome to the program. Your thoughts just ahead of what's being described as the most important speech that President Zuma might have been giving in his career?
Well, yes, thank you for having us. Our thought is that the President will do what is right and accede to the decision of the National Executive Committee of the ANC, because we're not talking about an ordinary person. President Zuma is not an ordinary person. He's contributed in the struggle, in the liberation of this country. So he's been at the helm of the organization for 10 years. And surely he himself would not take quite well if somebody defies decisions of the NEC. So in the best interest of himself, the country and the ANC, we hope that whatever he's going to say to us now would be in line with what the ANC want to see him doing.
How difficult is this for you? Because I know that you were quite close to the President.
Yeah.
Well, we must say that it is a very necessary decision, but very painful. But having been part of all the meetings in the ANC, we convinced that the country needs to move forward. We are more loyal to the organization than individuals. We stood with the President at all times because he was the President of the ANC, and we thought that it's our responsibility to do what we did, defend the ANC and its leadership. And when there are issues, and like we did, raise them within the meetings of the ANC. It's not that there are not issues that we have raised before. We did, but as disciplined members of the ANC, wanted to raise those issues within structures of the ANC. So we remain loyal to the organization. President Cyril Ramaphosa will get the same support and defense from the Youth League, like all presidents of the ANC.
You know, there's constant talk about unity within the ANC, and the phrase unity has been used quite a lot. But we saw a very angry President Jacob Zuma this afternoon during an interview where he was saying that a lot of this information that has been spoken to the public, particularly what happened in Cape Town today during parliamentary caucuses, has never even been relayed to him in terms of a possible, the motion of no confidence, that by tomorrow he is going to be out and the ANC moving in that. So, one worries and one thinks about this unity. Is it as unified as the ANC is making it out to be?
Well, we must first understand that unity does not suggest that the ANC can't take certain decisions. And we are happy with the leadership, current leadership, the manner in which they are advancing the unity and trying to bring all of us together, because having gone to Congress, we are from two different streams, but President Ramaphosa and the entire National Executive Committee, we think they must be given an opportunity to really unify the organization. So if there are certain decisions that must be taken, we can't say no because there's a talk of unity. We can't take those particular decisions. What would be important, what is very important is how the whole process was handled by the leadership of the African National Congress. We're quite happy about that. It's unfortunate that it's ending up the way it does. As the SG was saying yesterday in the press conference, that there were disagreements between the leadership and President Zuma on the timeframes. And the officials did present to us in the NEC what they've discussed with President Zuma in terms of the timeframes and his suggestions. But the NEC, like the SG said yesterday, in its wisdom felt that we need to move the country forward now.
He asked, and he continues to ask this question, what did I do? What did I do wrong? And he says that you haven't articulated that to him enough to persuade him. Perhaps you can take us into your confidence now and tell us, you have to recall a head of state. Is it because of something he's done wrong, or is this just another redeployment of an ANC cadre?
Well, it's quite unfortunate. When we get deployed, we're not told what is right or wrong. So similarly, when we get deployed, or we get recalled as in line with the constitution of the ANC. I'm not sure that we really want to abuse the ANC to the extent that it must advance those reasons. The point here is that we respect the comrade president of the state, but the ANC has decided, and I can't favor you, unfortunately, with the discussion of the NEC. It's not my responsibility. The Secretary General of the ANC must be the one communicating such, but we felt that because we are part of the meetings of the ANC, the NEC felt that it is in the interest of the country and the ANC that...
But was it too much for him to ask, to say, what have I done wrong?
And I'm sure, I want to hope that during the discussions with the officials, as I said, unfortunately I will not be able to divulge. Those questions were responded to in terms of what was presented to us in the meeting. So we are appealing to the President of the state to respect the ANC and its decision, as painful as it is to him and many of us. But we, as I said, we're living beyond that and want to focus on the future. Very soon we are going to elections. So we should not be inward looking as an organization. So we hope that the President, when he addresses the nation, he will help the ANC. And we would not want to see him, and that was the spirit even in the NEC, being taken out through a motion or through an impeachment. So as a kid of the movement, we hope that he appreciates these things and the implications of the motion of no confidence on him and the comrades who are in cabinet, impeachment, losing everything, having struggled so much for the liberation of the people of South Africa.
Do you think that President Jacob Zuma has been disrespectful till now? Because these talks have been ongoing. We've seen the Deputy President Cyril Ramaphosa talking to him. The NEC has already given their decision, and yet we're still waiting at the 11th hour for a decision. Is this a sign of disrespect?
We were appealing to the President to respect the decision. I don't want to venture into whether he's been disrespectful. I want to say that the comrade maybe was applying his mind. He should have done applying his mind, and we hope that what he's going to say will be in the interest of the country and the ANC, because we know that he loves the movement very much.
So what was the urgency? Because he said, look, 3 months, he would have been gone by June, but the NEC felt that he had to go straight away. Why the urgency? You
know, when as I said earlier on, when we deploy you, we don't give you reasons, and we appreciate all of us that deployment, you know, it's not like a royal house where you're a king, you're a king. We can deploy you and redeploy you at any time. There's no, the issue of urgency does not then suffice. So I don't think it's an urgent decision, but it's a decision, like I said, that will help the ANC.
It's been a very tough journey for the last few years with President Jacob Zuma, and yet there has been such staunch support for him. I mean, we've seen the economy struggling, we've seen state capture happening, and we've seen many instances which, you know, the President is still saying he doesn't know why he needs to go. You know, when you talk about being redeployed, you're talking about the President of a country. Where are you redeploying him to? He's going to go into retirement. I mean, and that's the reality.
Well, Leanne, don't preempt the ANC, because deployment of the ANC is not only in government. What if we deploy him to run political education? The ANC will decide his future because of the experience the comrade possesses. Talking about the economy struggling, state capture, I think there's been movement in the country, and we appreciate that the economy is struggling, but we need to look deeper into that as the African National Congress of the economy. I think there's a protest by the markets to invest, whether because they don't like the president, but are we saying that we should allow the markets to dictate to us what should happen? But those are the future debates in the African National Congress. I think what is important for now is to deal with this particular issue and focus on the future.
Well, if you've just tuned in, we are awaiting the president who is expected to be addressing the media, and we're looking to see what's actually going to be happening now. And it was supposed to be at 10 o'clock this evening, but there's been a bit of a delay. Obviously, we're all waiting, ready to take that live as soon as it does happen. And as we sit at 25 minutes past 10 on this day here in South Africa, where news has not stopped for 1 minute, I think it's just been a day where everybody has just been glued to their television screens and radios, social media, you name it. It's all been happening. And we'll continue to bring this to you live. We've also got Professor Somedore